So, drinking more of the potion, while may speed up your transformation process, would not finish the ritual. I do have a plan, however. Have you ever seen a god's castle before?
No.
Then you are to travel to the East Winds, where my castle lay. You can travel to the fortress of Aelwyn in the north, and the keeper of the fortress will guide you to how you can get here. And hopefully I will see you then.
Thank you. Just as a quick question, is there any way to disguise what's happening to me?
No, it was never intended for you to disguise yourself. You were to carry the light of Bahamut. The firstborn was, and bear it proudly.
When do you think I can reveal myself to people?
Whenever you feel comfortable with it. Some people will praise you as a god, and others will hunt you down as a demon. It's your actions alone will determine exactly how they treat you.
Understandable. Thank you, Bahamut.
He smiles, and he sort of does a little, waves his fingers a little bit, and you wake and you come out of your little trance, and you notice that your rapier is now pink.
Dick.
Fucker!
What a douche.
I heard that.
You have a douchey dad.
I heard that.
I'm sure you did. Dickhead.
I heard that, Kathleen.
This guy come out and say, John, we can go back to the ship.
You guys head back to the ship?
I'm gonna give John a hug.
Aww. Dother is going to try praying to Coralon, and I don't know if you're going to respond to me. Probably not nearly as directly as Kathleen can speak with Bahamut, but my friends and I have been going through so much of recent that I don't know what to do as clearly as I did before. We have so many things to deal with, and we're having to give up so much because of these objects that we're finding, and I can't get rid of this cursed item.
I'm sorry, I should have been listening to what you were saying, shouldn't I?
Yeah, you probably should have.
Sick.
I'm sorry, who are you talking? You just praying, or?
Just praying in the temple and kind of looking for guidance in what to do. Wondering, kind of asking about everything that's bad that's been happening, and
you have a vision in your head. In your head, you see a naked man, and he's waving his dick around in a circle. Coralon has meat on you.
You just got meat spit.
Your religion is...
I feel so much better about leaving the Church of Coralon.
So, mages and Coralon. Okay.
I spent decades of my life carrying your power with me, dispatching the undead and the demonic with your light, and when I come to you, after not having asked a question in all these years, asking for a little bit of help, this is what you do to me.
You got it.
The man just sighs and shakes his head, and then grabs his penis in his hand and slaps you in the face with it.
What the fuck?
My God does not love me.
Oh dear.
You dead is your god.
Sorry. Did you pray to Coralon and get cock slapped?
Just a little bit. I think that's what...
Wait.
After you say, my God does not love me, the man just sighs again and shakes his head and then disappears.
Maybe he's trying to teach you something?
I'm going to go get drunk now.
Can I come with you?
Sure.
Yay!
Duke Ned is Coralon.
I swear to God, if this is canon, this is the weirdest thing that has ever happened in the campaign. Oh my God, just cock slap me.
You know, I'm not even sure that the prayer went through. I think maybe there was some sort of mage who was like, I'm gonna go fuck with that poor elf who's praying over there.
Oh.
You know, Dother, if you ever want to, you can always switch to Bahamut. He talks to me. Turns your shit pink, but I've never seen his dick.
I don't have enough booze yet.
Let's get drunk.
Is 300 proof good?
You should probably drink the whole bottle.
Oh, this is awful. All right.
And so you two drink the night away.
Wasted away in Wyrmwick with the dude who slaps you in the face with his cock.
Who is your god?
Looking for lost pink rapier.
Dother's not amused. All the years I put into worshipping you, and you slap me with a cock. And you wake up in the morning. Hooray.
Dother is not amused.
Dother wakes up angry, but with a headache.
God, it feels like I'm cock slapped.
Should I like a morning handy, Dother?
Yes!
Okay, let's get that one out real quick.
Oh God, with those talons, Jesus.
I know how to work the palm.
He
I
must
know
be
how to
really-
work. I know how to work the palm. Thank you very much.
He must be really drunk to agree to this.
Ouch, poor Denora. At least she went into this with her eyes open. Oh.
What a dick.
Alright, so you wake up in the morning. And you guys are sort of floating in limbo here, not sure what to do.
Well,
All right. I think we need to head back to Common Grove.
at the very least, then we decide where to go from there. But Callan Grove is probably the best place to start.
Alright, you guys sail off, whee, into the sea, and after several days and nights, you dock in Colin Grove, and things seem to be quite hectic here. Kathleen, make a mutation roll.
5.
5! Your feet start to form into talons now, hooray.
I can't even give you foot jobs anymore, Dothron.
Things seem to be really hectic here in Colin Grove. A lot of military movement seems to be happening around. Guards seem to be lining up. There are people outside of the gates. There are guards and military personnel outside of the gates, marching, lining up. Most of the average people are busy handing out equipment, handing out swords, whatever they can. It seems you've come to Colin Grove at a time of very high military activity.
Do I recognize anyone who's talking over the guards or running things?
No, you can recognize several people, but they're all busy barking out orders.
I'm gonna say I'll see you guys in a bit. I need to head to the Church of Bahamut.
All right, Kathleen, I'll see if I can... I think I know what the situation is, but I might as well see if there's any higher-ups in the guards that can fill me in.
We walk through the guards, and one of them recognizes you and says, Greg! Oh, it's great to see you, Greg. Listen, we need your experience here. The rumor is that they started to march on Colin Grove from Watchman's North.
I've heard news from Wyrmwick that seemed to suggest the same as at least a rumor, but it's unfortunate to see that it's actually happening up here. What have you all done to prepare for the march?
Well, this is it. You're looking at the preparation right now. We are heading out to meet them on the road and to see if we can stop them. Word has come back from our advanced scouts that many a chain devil await us, but we have no choice now. Our hands are forced.
If possible, is it possible to do any sort of evacuation of citizens north?
Oh, we've already begun an evacuation to North Pass. Hopefully,
very good.
Hopefully they won't march north. Hopefully they still intend to head south to Wyrmwick, but we intend to stop them here.
Well, if you wish, my compatriots and I could most likely lead the charge and set the front end because I don't want to lose. I want to lose as few of you as possible as a result of this attack. So, more or less.
Well, I appreciate the sentiment, but we have... I can't stop that.
I've heard about what happened during the Watchman's South attack and the number of lives lost there. I don't want the same to happen across the guards here as much as possible. If anything, we need to keep our forces as high as possible to maintain the attack, but...
Greg, what are you talking about? What do you want us to do? Just not attack?
I'm saying let me and my allies take the lead, go out in front, and see what we can do to weaken their forces before they hit you. So that we're not using you as the front line and losing as many of you. So,
why didn't you just say that?
That's what I said initially.
Oh, well,
So,
okay. I'm not going to stop you from doing that, but I still have shit to do here. What do you?
I know. When do the troops plan on leaving?
Tonight.
Tonight. Okay, we'll be heading on out before the night falls. So we'll at least have a few hours ahead of you, and hopefully we can set up an initial strikes to weaken any of the forces before they reach us. They reach you.
Okay. Don't die.
I'll make sure that doesn't happen.
All right, you better. And
All
he
right.
he goes back to his work. You confused the hell out of me, Sketch. Jesus.
I'm sorry. I initially said we would lead the charge and go ahead.
Yeah, but you were saying you were talking to him about leading the charge, and he was like, well, "Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Do you not see this?" I was so confused.
Well, it's just funny because there was one line that was totally a Lennox Lewis line too, where he's like, "We need to keep our forces as high as possible." Like, well, yeah, and you need to win a boxing fight by punching the guy the hardest.
What do you want me to do? I don't understand. Confused.
I'm sorry that I don't say things the right way.
No, it's fine. It was just I was a little confused as to where you were going with it. It was like,
Basically,
yeah.
the point was I said don't leave until we leave first. That's basically what I was trying to say.
They're kind of beholden to the orders of Ned here, dude.
So, all right. So that just means we need to hurry up and leave
They're
before
on a
they do.
timetable, and they're going to execute it.
Right. Okay.
One thing I'm thinking, if the armies are marching from Watchman's North, we know how the Demon Baron's power works. If we could slip around, there's only 5 of us, we're not going to face the head of the army. If we can slip around, get to Watchman's North and destroy the core thing, whatever it is, and cut off their power, it makes the army much weaker, if not disperse. Just as a, tactical kind of thought.
That's an idea.
It is, but let's just round everyone up, make sure that we have enough rations and stuff, and move on out as soon as possible.
Well, the last time that we faced this army head on, we got our butts handed to us after taking out barely any of their forces. So, maybe John's got a point. We don't know how the army will react to the power source being destroyed, but
That's
we also don't know how much more heavily the tower would guard it than the one that we took out.
It's going to be less heavily guarded than the front line of their army.
It may or may not be. We don't know that. I mean, in any case, this is still predicated on us leaving as soon as possible before the guards march out, because as soon as those guards hit the front line, I'm afraid we're going to just have a full-out massacre, and I don't want that to happen.
Okay. But I'd rather have the element of surprise sneaking on the tower rather than facing a line of chain devils.
Who knows I don't know, depending on how much advancement the army made, perhaps it won't make any difference if we go for the Watchman Tower, and it may be too late for everyone.